It is stormy weather here in Gothenburg today, and we decided to shoot a video outside. Probably not the best decision that we've done.
Perfect weather, right?
As the good saying in Swedish goes, there's no bad weather, only good clothes. Oh, just it. There's no bad weather, only bad clothes. That's the saying.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking that we're gonna start off with Edwin walking from here to here, and I'm gonna swipe the iPhone from right to left so that we go behind this pole here and can make like a seamless transition into the next shot. The settings that we're going to use is going to be 4K 60 FPS, and we're going to shoot with the medium lens, which is going to be an equivalent to like a 24mm lens on a full frame camera. And we're also going to adjust the exposure manually so that the iPhone doesn't change the exposure as we're shooting. To be able to lock focus on your iPhone 12 Pro, the only thing that you have to do is just press where you want the focus to be and then hold down the finger, and then it's going to say AEAF lock. And that is going to lock the focus so that you can get the blurry background and blurry foreground depending on what kind of shot that you want to have. And when you want to nail the exposure and make sure that you're exposed for the sky or exposed for the dark or bright backgrounds, what you want to do then is that you want to press this tiny arrow right here, and there's a small button up here that you can press, and then you can adjust the exposure as you want it to be. And when you do that, then you can do your own kind of like creative style to it. You can set the focus where you want, and you can expose your shot the way that you want it to. Really good things to know if you want to tweak a little bit of things. In Swedish we call that spårvagn. Yeah, I would say probably more likely in Gothenburg though, but spårvagn it is. Since we panned out into a white pole, we're gonna pan out from something white in the next shot to be able to get the seamless transition going through the entire sequence. I think we got it. It's really windy in Gothenburg today. One of the most important things when you're doing any kind of like whip pan transition is that you want to make sure that the end scene of your shot is matching up with the new scene of your coming shot. So since we pan down, we're gonna have to have a dark background or like a dark frame that we can pan down from, so we can make it feel a little more, how do you say? Seamless. I'm thinking maybe here.
Yeah.
That looked good, right?
It's really good.
Then we can have a really nice transition of Edwin going from like upstairs taking a photo and then down to the subway. I think it's gonna be good. It's like storm in Gothenburg. So for this shot, we're gonna do a swipe out from this part of the concrete bridge so that you get the same color in our shot. But there's a little bit too much junk in the frame here, so we're gonna step up to the telephoto lens of the iPhone to get this shot. And then Edwin's gonna walk straight towards the camera and make it black. And then as for our next shot, we're gonna fade out from something black to get the seamless transition. Now we're just gonna do the classic pan out from Edwin's backpack since it's black, and then Edwin's gonna walk up the stairs, and that is gonna be like a seamless transition in itself. So it's super simple cuts, super simple uses of the whip pans and the in-camera transitions. And we're gonna use the wide angle lens for this to get a little bit of a wider shot and more of the environment as well. I think we got it. That felt like a simple but good looking B-roll sequence using the 4K 60 FPS with iPhone 12 Pro. Now, I'm gonna head back to the office and we're gonna edit this, make it look good. Okay, cap back on, feels a lot better, more comfortable with cap back on because I'm not really used to the buzz cut yet, but gotta get used to it because I had two options. Either I get comfortable with growing bald, do you say growing bald? Getting bald, or I just rock the haircut of being bald. Now that you have the footage on your iPhone, the only thing that we're gonna do is edit all the pieces together so they'll have some sort of connection in all the clips. And this is actually a super simple procedure, because when you shoot your footage in a way that you plan out your shots and with pans, then it's gonna be a seamless transition into each shot, super simple. And in iMovie, you can actually do speed ramps. So let's jump into iMovie and I'm gonna show you everything. So the first thing that we're gonna do is that we're gonna create a project. I'm gonna choose movie, and then we're gonna choose all the different clips that we shot when we were outside. And since we did a lot of different retakes, we're just gonna add them all into the video and then start from the beginning. Scroll back, scroll back, scroll back. Okay, we're gonna start right here, and I'm gonna just choose the scissor, and we're gonna choose split, and then I'm gonna choose this clip, delete, and the previous one delete as well. So this is gonna be the beginning of our clip. And we wanna slow this down because we shot this in 4K 60, so we can slow down to like at 50%. And we're also gonna drag down the audio levels on this one so they don't have the wind and all that in the background. Playing this back, looks good, and swoosh. We want to have that going into the pole. So we're just gonna scrub a little bit forward, and we're gonna cut some around here. So we're gonna choose the scissor tool, and then we're gonna drag this down to here. And then we're gonna choose this, and we don't wanna have dissolve or crossfade or anything like that, because we wanna make this a hard cut because it looks so much better in the final product. So we're gonna choose none, and I'm gonna adjust it slightly again to somewhere around there, and we want to make it faster here in the end. So we're going to mark the clip again, and now we're going to add a speed ramp. So we're going to choose the timer down here, and then we're going to choose add, and we're going to increase this to like 2 times faster. And then we're going to scrub into our second one, which is going to be this clip, and we want to make sure that we cut it on the white. So we're going to choose the scissor tool, we're going to choose split, and we're going to delete the previous. We're going to slow this down as well to 1/2 second, half the speed. Then here, as Edwin's coming out, we're going to press add, and then we're going to jump to this part and speed this up to 2 times. We're going to shorten this one a little bit. So back to the scissor and shorten it down, and we're gonna speed this up as well. So we're gonna mark this and mark the timer again, press add, and then drag it up to like 2 times, and we're gonna cut it right here. In the next clip, we're gonna scroll a little bit forward and then choose somewhere around here so that we have a little bit of a motion blur in the shot. So we're gonna mark the clip, choose split, and delete the previous, and do a quick scrub through. Looks pretty good. So then we're gonna speed that up. So we're gonna choose the timer once again, mark the clip and choose the timer, slow it down and press add. And then we're gonna go back to this part, and we are going to speed that up to ×2. And then we're gonna speed this up somewhere around here. So we're gonna mark the clip and choose the timer again. And we're gonna press add. And then we're gonna cut the clip somewhere around here. So we're going to choose the scissor tool, choose split, and delete this, and go back to the clip, timer, and speed it up ×2. And in the second shot, we're going to try to time the movement with the clip. So we're going to choose somewhere around here, and then choose delete, and then we're going to slow down this clip. So we're going to drag down to half the speed and move a little bit forward to somewhere around here. And then we're going to add a speed ramp, go back, increase that ×2, and Edwin walks cool to the camera, bam, fade to black, choose the cut tool again, split, and delete this. Then we are going to cut just as Edwin is walking away from the camera. So I'm thinking that somewhere around here. So split, delete this, and then we're gonna cut just before my gubbstön, as we say in Swedish. And now that you're done with the entire edit on your phone, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to send this final clip over to my computer so that I can add in a little bit of sound effects and music in Final Cut Pro to do the final adjustments. And then when I'm done with that, it's gonna look like this. hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it useful for those of you that are shooting on your iPhone, because you can do some really creative transitions super quickly if you just know what kind of shots that you're getting with your phone. So go out there, stay creative, do new things that no one has ever done before, and thank you so much for watching. Really hope that you want to subscribe after watching this video, and if you haven't, it's gonna be down here somewhere. But Peter from Sweden saying goodbye, and have a good one. See you in the next video. Take care.